Hello, welcome to my studio. Today I'm working on a commission, and I showed you the painting at the stage it's at, the full painting. And now I'm working on the background. There's going to be a field of bluebonnets and a little stream coming through the field. So first I start just blocking in my field of bluebonnets. And I use mixtures of ultramarine blue plus white. I'm using some Dioxazine purple plus white. I just want it to be a soft blue purple that will drop back. As we come forward, there will also be bluebonnets up here, and they will be bluer. But these I just want to be a little more muted so they drop back. This is just a big field of bluebonnets. See, I have wiped my brush out. I want to make a little lighter mixture here. And this is Dioxazine purple plus ultramarine blue plus white. This is just, I want this a little bit lighter because my light's coming in from the left. And so I want my flowers here to be on this side just a little bit lighter. And again, I want these to be muted so they'll drop back. I'm going to bring a few greens. I've got some of my mixtures from my oak tree back here in the hills. Just, this is phthalo blue plus white plus a little bit of cadmium orange, just to give the feeling of the undergrowth in these flowers. As we go back, it gets to be even more blue. This is, again, my phthalo blue plus white plus a tiny bit of cadmium orange. But this just blue makes that just recede a little bit back into the back. I'm going to have, again, this little stream. And I start, let's see, I want to just kind of start drawing in my rocks along the stream. This is a mixture of mud, which is 2 parts of ultramarine blue plus 1 part of alizarin crimson. And I'm just kind of drawing my rocks shapes in. I'll come back and define them more. But this is going to have a little waterfall in here. And where I have my waterfall, I'm going to go ahead and make this darker so that when I bring the water over it, you'll get the feeling that there's rocks underneath there. And then we'll have bluebonnets up in here on this side of the stream. Now, these are mixtures of my cadmium orange plus a little bit of ultramarine blue plus white and some mud. These rocks along this stream are just big slabs. And again, I'm using some of my mud plus a little bit of a darker mixture. The light's coming in from the left, so these rocks are going to be catching some light along here. I love these bright brushes. This is a brush that has a square end, and it makes it real, boy, it's really fun to do things like rocks. In fact, I even have a bigger one that I'm going to use here. Clean it out. Get some of my bluebonnet color out of there. I go through a lot of tissue, but that's the secret to really pretty colors on your canvas, is a nice clean brush. See how that makes just really great slabs for these rocks. This one's going to just be going down into the water. There's a little lighter tone on there. And this also gives some nice texture into these. That color will extend down into my water. Even a little blue into here. Rocks are fun to paint, particularly with these brushes. There's a big rock on this side of the waterfall. I have my reference material on my laptop next to the easel. And so I can just refer to that. And some of that light comes over these rocks. And this will be dark here, so you have that light coming in behind, which helps gives the feeling of depth into the painting. Now I'm going to bring a little bit of, this is a mixture of ultramarine blue plus my mud, which just gives me a dark blue underneath these rocks. And here I'm using a mix of ultramarine blue, and again there's just a little bit of mud in this. And that gives me the color for my water in that stream. Now at the top of the waterfall, the light's going to catch as it comes over the edge. And as we come down, as the water flows down, it's darker. I need to accentuate this edge a little bit. It comes over, and then it's lighter down here because you get the foam of that water. I have quite a bit more work to do on this, but this just shows you how that blocks in. Now I'm going to bring a few little lighter greens back here where the sun's hitting that grass alongside the stream. And then we're going to have a little darker green at the bottom of the bluebonnets. A little light come back here. There's going to be a cactus right in here, so this light's going to come in behind that cactus. Again, we've got some darker green along the base of the bluebonnets. This is a mixture of my ultramarine plus a little bit of white. These bluebonnets along the front edge here are going to be just the pure ultramarine, which brings them forward of the more muted colors in the background. And it's not a big difference, but it just brings them forward just a little bit. And again, I use my brush sideways, and then I can get the shapes of those bluebonnet flowers, because they're a little upright. They're a lupine. They're a little upright flower. I get some darks back in there. It helps to give dimension to these flowers. It's a little bit light. That helps give the feeling of texture of the flowers. Now as we go back, it's just not going to be much at all because we don't want any detail back here in the background. We just want swashes of color. Then I'm going to let a little of my green come back here, hit right in here, just like a little splash of sunlight is back here. In fact, I want that to be just a tiny bit lighter. Mix a little white into that mixture. I'm picking up the darker paint underneath on my brush. Didn't get it quite light enough. Let me add a little more white into that. One thing I did want to tell you is something that Jack always said that I want to share with you, that, you know, we all have baggage in our backgrounds. Bad things have happened. People have not treated us nicely, whatever. But we're not our circumstances. We can rise above that. You know, we can't control what happens to us, but we can control our attitude and how we react to it. And just because something bad happens doesn't mean that you have to let that color your life. You can make the decision to say, okay, I'm moving on from this, that you can make the decision to either react positively or negatively. And that's something that we all have that choice, and you can either smile or frown. So I hope today that if something bad happens, it's just, okay, something bad happened, but I'm going to still make this a good day. Because today's all we've got. We have no guarantee of tomorrow. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a present gift from God, and let's make the very best of it. So anyhow, this is my little field. I'm blocked in. I've got my stream started to get blocked in here. And I really appreciate you watching my YouTube videos. You have a great day, and visit my blog. The link is in the description below. The address is also on the final frame of the video. And I show the complete step-by-step process of this painting as well as others I do. So thank you again.